Is it, Cody? Oh,
Yeah.
look. Cody's video is tiny again.
Oh, yes, my favorite thing. I love when this happens.
There we go.
Mark gets to
It's probably going to happen 10
pull it
more
all-
times.
Should I just do it bigger?
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
make it big.
Let's see.
Oh,
This
that was a
one.
picture.
Onboard, Skype
What
chat.
are you doing there?
I don't know. How do I? This one?
No, no,
Mm.
don't want that.
What are we doing?
Just
So confused as to what's happening right now.
there you go.
Whoa,
Oh, you're so smart.
you share?
Oh, did I mess up your guys'
What is
stuff?
this picture of? Hey.
Whoa, hello. I looked away and came back, and wow.
What's up?
Lost.
I'm turning it more towards you.
Mark, where are you? You're gone.
What do you mean?
I have people skills.
Okay, but you're helping me with this.
Oh, you have to.
Excuse me.
Oh, I just stopped sharing. Oops.
There we go. Oh my gosh, why is it so close to my head now?
Oh, it was just a
What
nightmare.
did you
Nothing.
Quit fucking.
This is Help Desk Nightmares. This podcast takes a look at the interactions help desk and support techs have on a regular basis and the nightmares we encounter. I was going to do a funny joke of putting y'all's music as the intro instead of ours, but then I did not remember that until right now. So that's why
fair.
that didn't happen.
What is their music? Do it. You can do it.
You want them to sing it? I don't have it from the podcast.
I want you to sing it.
Oh, I don't know.
Something about
Oh,
doing
yeah.
a van with flames on the
Yeah,
side.
There's a man in the van with things on
Flames
his side.
on the side.
Oh, flames? I thought it was
Flames going
themes.
for a ride.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
You idiot, Mark.
That's all I remember.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Hey Cody, what episode number is this?
69, the naughtiest of numbers.
The one time
Ooh,
Cody
why's
knows
that?
what number it is. Yeah, what is the significance of 69, Cody?
Because every 69th podcast episode, you have to have 5 people talking out.
Oh, I just thought it was after 68, and that was it.
Oh, yeah, this is a thing going forward. Surprise.
It is.
This is going to be fun having us in 4 locations, all kind of with a little bit of audio delay. That'll be
I'm
great.
Yeah.
actually like at Mark's place right now in his spare
Oh, wow.
room. Yeah,
I was
he
gonna say,
just- he
does
doesn't
he-
want me in the room
Does
with
he
him.
tuck you away in the basement?
Yeah, no, he's actually in the basement.
Spare
so
child.
Cody
I got-
likes to
I
tell
won this
lies.
battle.
So what did we? Okay, I guess. Well, I should say who's on the podcast right now because people who are watching the stream, which is probably no one, unless Mr. Hanakna is here, which I'm not even going to look, will know that there's other people, and you've heard other voices. 2 of the voices have been on the podcast, but have not been on while Cody was also here. So Cody is here as sometimes usual, and then we have a representative from every current show on Halfway Network. So we have
That is
Jay,
legit.
That's true.
we
Yeah.
have Chad, we have Annie, all of them halfway to Thundertown, 2 from Drunken Arcanauts, and 1 from Yumi, and I would say good photos forever, but bad photos
Aw.
forever.
Oh,
That was precious.
Isn't that precious?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, I
special
liked
Instagram
it.
I made up.
He's reading off a script right now. He's like,
I'm
okay,
not.
I got this. Now
No,
can
I
be
said the names.
cool."
I can't show that screen, and that's not on my Skype computer, but I'm not. Okay, so now you know who the voices are that you've heard. And what did I ask every time. Cody has short-term memory problems, so he does not remember what he did this week. So everyone else can think while Cody answers what he did
Thank
this
you.
week. What did you do this week, Cody? You still have to go first.
No, you said everyone else gets to think.
Yeah, everyone else gets to think, and you have to say what you did.
Oh,
those are
gosh
pretty
darn it.
simple rules.
I lost that battle really fast. Mark, what did you do? We've been doing this recently. I cannot remember what we did this weekend.
You can't remember what you did?
Oh, I did
3
I did
days
some
ago?
volunteering on Saturday, and I thought that
Oh,
was going to
cool.
put some good mojo into the air, and we were going to win a house. We put a bid in on a house, and
Win a house?
they're like, "No, we're not going to stop repositioning me."
I didn't. It's Skype,
I think
and it's
you.
only you. Everybody else's
Yeah,
video
no.
is fine.
We keep putting offers into houses, and they're like, "Nope, we're not even going to respond to your offers." I'm like, "This is a full price offer, fool," and they still say no. So the volunteering
They
events
want you to
never
go
doing them
over?
again. They want to, yeah. At houses in this
Oh.
area for some reason they're like, let's wait until they bid 10% over. No.
All you need to fix that situation is just a standard Bic lighter, and a brown paper bag, and
Okay.
just any type of feces. It
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
matter.
actually
Animal,
accurate.
human. And you
Also, I
figure-
hear
Okay.
there's a man in a van with the flames on the side. You could
I
figure
get
that.
a lot of.
Figure that out. You
This
could
will
just
be-
live in that. So you
Okay,
don't you don't know what you did?
so-
Oh, you volunteered. What did you volunteer doing?
I cleaned up a park and
Oh.
I helped assist people learning how to run a 5K. I can not myself run a 5K, but I was like, this is where you run during a 5K.
Oh, you just showed them where to run.
Yeah, you know what? I want to make myself feel more important by explaining it the way I did, Mark. Thanks for pointing it out.
That's just the classic tale of those who can do and those who can't teach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I want to be a gym teacher.
Oh. You could be. Okay, is that all you did?
Yeah.
We have so
today's-
many other people to tell us what they did. Oh, Cody has a
okay.
beer. Cody has a beer that he's drinking today. He did not drink
Yeah,
one
it
last week
was-
because he was crying. He was sick.
I'm trying to avoid Bud Light and Budweiser and stuff. I've never heard of this thing, and I'm sure
Looks like Sprite.
some of the
Oh
crew
my
did. Why is everyone laughing? What is Rolling Rock? It doesn't even say the
You're
alcohol
about to find
content
out.
on it.
Did you drink it yet?
No, my wife thinks that it's alcohol free and that I'm just
It's
gonna.
not. It's not. It's
Alcohol
very much
free.
alcohol.
It's
Okay.
if you're trying to get away from Budweiser, Bud Light, you did not go very far with Roller.
Bummer. Well, it smells like urine, so you're right. It does. It's reminiscent.
Heineken?
That's for us where we are. That's like, hey, I need to get a 30 pack, and I want to take a half step above, Natty Light. Yeah.
It's like Keystone's like shitty brother.
Yeah.
So Cody's drinking
Yeah, I don't think
another
I've enjoyed
shitty
any
beer.
of these.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I don't
pick
know what I'm
bad
doing
ones.
wrong.
Is your criteria for selecting beer something you don't know what it is? That's very cheap.
Yeah, so it's something I've never tried, and that it's $2 or less for a can.
I
Oh.
like that system. That's good.
I
Well,
want to
that's-
run out really fast.
That's
I
why
live
there's
most of my life by those rules.
I appreciate the system. I'm just shocked that some of the beers you've never had. Rolling Rock is like your fucking drunk uncle who yells at you about the government, and he's fucking drank 20 of them in front of you.
Oh
I
gosh,
do
no!
not
See, that was
know.
Bud Light. All we had growing up was Bud Light, which everyone compared to water. But this is,
You had beer growing up?
oh my gosh, I'm super excited about this. That I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It comes with 1 extra ounce. That's the bonus on here.
The fucking deal.
Yeah, no, it was worth the extra 4 cents.
I heard that the brewmaster, when they're done with the batch, he drinks some and he spits 1 ounce into every can. So it's kind of like an extra little artisan touch.
I did taste him a little bit.
Oh,
Very reminiscent of my past.
terrible.
Ooh.
Jay is also here and drinking something. What did you do this week, Jay?
This last weekend,
Do you want a bigger pillow?
No.
my girlfriend drugged me to this event called Art Under the Elms, and then we got there, and neither one of us brought cash because it's fucking 2019. So then we spent the first 20 minutes of it looking for an ATM around this event, found one, and by then all she wanted was a huckleberry smoothie. So we bought it and we left, and that was all I did.
What
Huckleberry
venue
is like
wasn't
an actual.
taking cards? Was it the food?
Yeah, we just got to the food set area that was free.
Oh.
And by then she said, well, I don't want to go in there because all they have is shitty stuff your aunt makes for you for Christmas that you don't want. So let's just get the smoothie and leave. I was like,
Super sense of
sounds
what
good.
that is.
Was it a good
Aw.
smoothie though? Like it had to be worth it, right?
I'm fairly certain she only drugged me there for the smoothie.
Did you get
So-
to taste it? You got no part of the smoothie?
I wasn't interested in the smoothie. I was just glad I got to leave.
I feel like it was a
Man.
milkshake and not a smoothie.
No, it was a smoothie.
You sure?
You'll never know now.
I'm fairly certain I'm aware of what a smoothie is. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know,
I
Andy.
mean,
I think Jay
who
might have
could
been
say?
there, so he may know.
Who could say? And what are you drinking, Jay?
I'm drinking some scotch.
Oh,
I already finished that beer that we had during the pre-test. It's gone. I chugged that thing.
damn.
But yeah, I'm drinking some Singleton Glendullan Blue Scotch.
Sweet. And Chad and Annie are in the same physical location. The only two people who are in the same location on this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Annie,
Uh,
we'll start with you, Annie. What did you do this
okay.
week?
This weekend, I was a complete bum and did nothing. I worked on the episode, and then I think all day Sunday, we were supposed to play D&D, and we didn't. So I laid on the couch, fell asleep, woke up, and then got ready for Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, this is.
Yeah.
I wish that we talked about that on here. Cody does not watch Game of Thrones, so he would have
I
no
don't
idea.
have HBO. You're gonna share your HBO password with me?
No, I steal our
No.
coworkers.
Why not?
Gosh darn it.
I can share you my. You don't need a password for piratebay.org if you like.
There
That's
you go.
true. Like every week though, I used to get like Comcast, Xfinity, week after week after week saying we're gonna shut down your internet service because we noticed you download this. And I'm like,
You
nope.
haven't heard of a
really?
VPN?
No,
But
Mark
you're
hasn't
on a
taught me yet.
freaking help desk nightmares.
Mark has not taught me how to do this.
You know
He
what
just
a
likes to
VPN
brag
is?
about it. He's like, "Hey, Cody, look at this. My phone service has a VPN built in." I'm like, "That's cool. How do I do it?" And he walks away from me.
We had an entire episode about VPN.
Yeah, we didn't discuss how to set them up.
Also, can't your ISP still see your traffic even with a VPN?
I thoroughly
Mm.
believe you can.
I don't know. They may not be so
Depends on how
bold-faced
good the
to
VPN
tell
is.
you. Oh, okay. Huh.
Annie, and you are drinking. Did you end up
Oh.
drinking tequila shots after all, or are you drinking something else?
No,
I know
we
that's my
don't.
wife.
Was that supposed to be to drink?
My
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, but my wife.
So we didn't have anything in the house, so all I have is Lillet, which is, you're supposed to use in drinks, but you can drink it.
Oh, it's like a mixer.
Is
Well-
that like cooking sherry?
No, it's an aperitif. It's a French aperitif wine.
The other night, Annie
Huh.
gave me like a 20-minute information dump about aperitifs and other French wines, and I was really drunk. And it was super interesting. I had no idea that whole realm of alcohol existed.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Huh.
any of it, but
But you do
But
remember
yeah,
the word
so I'm
aperitif.
drinking what's left of it,
yeah.
and we'll probably find scavenger. I might steal something else too.
And we have Chad. Chad, you are also
So-
here. You did things probably in the last 7 days.
I mean, just working at the shop. I watched Game of Thrones, so those who are
Yeah.
into it, this last episode was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a wild trip. We, as Annie said, our D&D podcast recording got canceled, which runs from 11 a.m. to like 5 or 6 on a Sunday. So all of a sudden, nothing going on Sunday, and I did about what Annie did, which was nothing, and it was awesome, and I have no regrets.
Whose fault was this cancellation of the D&D podcast?
Clancy's.
Oh.
He was.
Oh,
Can we
my.
pretend it was Cayman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Every day of the week we can pretend it was Cayman.
So for our
Speaking of
special our special 69th episode, we were going to have everyone on the network on the podcast, and Cayman intentionally decided his work had nothing to do with it. He just said, I know I was invited this time, and I'm going to bitch out and not show up. So everyone but Cayman is here. From
Technically,
Thundertown,
there
anyway.
are two other people in the network.
I
that
don't
aren't
know them,
here,
and they
but
don't. They
they're-
don't matter.
Yeah. Are they really a part of the network?
There's 3 other people.
Eh,
Oh, there
Annie's,
is 3.
yeah,
You're
Annie's
wrong.
cohort,
Oh, well,
Clancy,
Oh,
and
Caitlin?
Risky.
Yeah, there's
Caitlin,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd
She's
even.
not part of. Oh,
She's not
oh,
part of
the
shit.
show.
The
They'll be
network,
part of her own
technically.
podcast.
Cool.
And I'm like, no, she's not. She sucks.
Like,
So,
I'm
Oh, go ahead, go.
absolutely waiting for Cayman to just appear in one of your screens. Like he's gonna just show up out of nowhere. Like he's sitting on the ground right now, waiting for the right moment to
he's
appear.
under the table right now, and he's just gonna come up. Oh,
Do
yeah.
some do
He's
some
under one of
karate
your
kicks.
tables, and it's really awkward down there.
Cody's
If
not
you
on
start hearing
Instagram.
dramatic music, you'll know.
Cody's not on Instagram, so he didn't get to see Cayman doing his karate kicks.
Oh
no.
no! I have to look
Those are
this
so
up.
good, weren't they?
He was so
Oh.
excited about that.
So the last
I'm-
episode of Thundertown. Oh, sorry, just about Cayman. One last thing.
Oh, sure,
Not one
sure,
last
yeah.
thing, but one more thing. The last episode of Thundertown I listened to. I definitely was watching the live stream. Or no, it wasn't the live stream. I was watching the Instagram. I don't know. It was a long time ago when Cayman was making the kissy noises. And so
Oh,
that
that's
was
awful.
prettle fun to relive. the
That
whole
was during the art
experience.
heist episode.
Yeah. Hey
And
Cody,
they were
what
all
was your favorite
directed
part
at
of that
me, or
one?
almost all. I was so physically uncomfortable.
More uncomfortable with that or with Fine Eyes?
Oh, I was gonna say the biggest thing with Cayman right now is that he waggles his dingle everywhere,
Oh right.
and
Yeah.
it's
I
just
mean,
it's
that
a good
could
thing
be-
to think about.
That could be months ago for them though, because they
That's
record
true.
so
That
many
has
at
been a while.
once.
I cannot figure out the timeline right now. I just look forward to every Thursday.
So Chad, you're drinking the same thing as Annie, or you found something else?
No, she had a little bit of brandy left.
Oh.
But what I'm doing here, this might be some next level shit for you East Coasters. So I like drinking
Midwest.
my coffee as soon as my coffee's ready, but it's too hot. So I usually throw an ice cube in the morning so I can immediately drink it. And then Annie had the genius idea of making coffee ice cubes.
Oh,
So now-
hey.
I've got coffee ice cubes. I'm about to pour some brandy over it and see how that goes. Kind of a poor man's Irish something.
Huh.
Another thing that
That's
might shock you, East Coasters, is that the other thing he pours in to cool off his coffee is whiskey every morning, and that's called the alcoholism.
Is it from
Poor
the
guy.
freezer? Because that might help, but if it's like in the bar, that's
It's-
not
it's-
gonna do much.
It's usually the bottle that's halfway sticking out from underneath the couch, or that I left in the garage.
I did not say what I did. So I went to spin class again. Apparently that's my new thing. I went to the
Yeah,
gym
that's-
6 days last week. That's pretty good
What?
for me.
Damn.
6 days. So what can I say?
That's a lot of
I
spin.
saw a movie. It's called
What did you see?
It's called High Life, but it is not about pot, unfortunately. And it was not
Oh.
very good. It was at the art theater we have here, and it was not good. It was real boring.
Spoilers, Mark.
Robert Pattinson is in it. He does not sparkle. And I would say maybe 3/4 of the movie is just facial reactions to nothing happening. So
Oh no!
if you want to see that, that's my glowing review. That's my audition to be on
Except the
Annie's
trailer as
podcast.
well, like, you had to know what you were walking into, right?
I didn't look anything about it. So I wanted to see La Llorona or something like that. At
Oh,
Imagine
the
here.
horror movie.
Yeah. It didn't get good
Nice.
reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. But so I got to the theater. They had on their website a showing time, 12:15. I get to the theater and they say, "Oh, we're not showing that." What the fuck do you mean? So then I went to the theater, the art theater next door, and that's what we saw instead.
Cool.
So I still don't know if the crazy like lady who kills children, if that movie's any good or not. But so I have to wait and see when it comes out on Netflix.
Probably any movie about children dying is a good movie.
It could be.
Man.
And,
Yep,
so,
we
and you
went
can
there.
feed them. Do you feed the children? No, you feed the horse to the children and the criminal guy. I can't remember what we said the last time.
It doesn't matter, whomever, as long as someone's getting fed.
I am not drinking anything. I did, however, tell these fine people that I'm going to eat a marijuana gummy, and then we'll see who can tell when it kicks in. So,
Did you eat it yet?
yeah. What do you mean?
Okay.
Didn't
Okay,
I do
wasn't
it
sure. I
on the
didn't see
camera?
you.
I don't know.
No, I
There's no
cannot
way to
wait
know.
for it to
Who
hit.
could say? So I already said that part. We have a representative from every show that currently has episodes on the network. Cayman's may or may not ever exist. Now I have to bully him into posting episodes because I successfully bullied. I successfully bullied our fourth show into doing that.
That's right.
So that was good. And now I listen to it every week. That's all I wanted. I don't understand why I can't always just get what I want. I'm gonna.
That's a good question.
Jay knows about this, but no one else does. So I'll put someone on the spot first. Chad, I feel like you
they
could do
might
this.
know.
Maybe they weren't in the room. I'm just gonna have each of you from the different show that you're on the network. My light is shutting off. Tell us about the show that you're on. So Chad, I'll have you tell us about Drunken Arkanauts. Annie, you can tell us about yours. Jay will tell us about Thundertown again, even though you guys just did that last time. And I'll have a special question for Cody at the end.
Oh, that's not good.
Woo!
Ooh.
I'm hanging out.
So I don't care who goes first. I gotta wave my hand so this motion detector senses
Can
I'm
I
in the
go
room.
first? Oh no, my face is big again.
So we're just doing plugs. Okay. I'll start. Drunken Arkanauts is our D&D show on the Halfway Network. It's myself, Annie, Cayman, our friend who goes by Risky, and our other friend
Sometimes.
who's a dungeon master, sometimes, and the dungeon master Clancy. So it's D&D. So if you're not familiar with that, you probably would still like it, even if you're not a big fan. We hop between planes. A lot of the times it's worlds you've already been familiar with, like maybe Lord of the Rings or something like that. And we get up to wacky adventures. Some of us are learning the game or
Me.
relearning it. We fuck around, fuck up a lot, and inadvertently or on purpose, kill many innocent people.
Yeah.
Some of us. As well, we die left and right. It's almost every couple episodes that there's a death. So
Yeah, it's a roller coaster of emotions. When Tuco went,
Oh,
like,
it was so
spoiler,
sad.
Sorry, yeah, no,
Spoiler
I
alert.
gasped aloud in my
Crying.
office. It was a bad time.
oh, you guys, Doof is fine, by the way. Don't worry about Doof.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, I didn't really worry
Very
about it too
concerned.
much.
Very concerned.
Doof
Take
is
care of it.
totally not dead right now.
I didn't worry about Tuco either, but you know, things just
Yeah,
turn around.
leave it to me.
Yeah.
So for me, it's You, Me, and Bad Photos Forever. And it's me and my friend Caitlin. I call her Cushy on there. And basically the podcast is for recommendations. And that's all things recommended. Recommended?
Recommended.
Recommended.
Well, I like
be a word.
recommended, though.
I wasn't
So
questioning
that
it.
I know.
Shake your
Go
head.
with it. He always is shaking his head. But
Aw.
movies, TV, books, podcasts, music, any kind of product, food, whatever. We want to hit it all. And then we also want to get like the good and the bad of it too. Like if there's something we don't like or if there's something listeners don't like that we recommend it, then yeah. We
Maybe
want
you
it
could
all.
tell them about your mail-in.
Oh yeah, so we already had one of our friends. We recommended The Curious Creations by Christine McConnell. It's a TV series on Netflix. We recommended it, and our good friend wrote in to us, emailed us, and was like, "No, this is shit." She didn't like. Oh, can I? I'm sorry. Can I cuss
Brutal.
on here? I forgot.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
this is mature.
So, okay. So, but she's like, yeah, no, this is awful. This was a horrible show. Then she recommended a show for us to watch instead of that, and we read it on the, we read it on a podcast on one of the episodes, and that's what we wanted. We wanted to be able to say all sides of it. So
Did you watch it and it was better than the one you were watching?
I watched. It was so the weird thing was it's called The Fiends, and it's on YouTube, and it's good, and it's they all dress up like in creepy, spooky stuff, and there's puppets. But it seemed more for kids, where the one that we recommended is kind of everyone, I think. Mainly, probably more for adults too. So,
Cody, you're smiling. Are you familiar with this?
do you
No,
know?
I'm familiar with the one show on Netflix, but I thought they were going to recommend Great British Baking Championship.
She did.
Oh, see?
And, and me and Caitlin both love that show, mainly because one of the judges, I can't remember his name, he's in The Mighty Boosh, is on there too.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. So, but yeah, we want to get everybody's opinion on everything, and we don't care if people do agree with us or don't agree with us. We're gonna read it. So.
Jay, you have to tell us about Thundertown.
Yes. Also, real quick about Drunken Arcanauts.
Oh yeah.
And I wouldn't think with how popular Shakespeare or Game of Thrones is, so I don't think it'd be esoteric. But never be attached to a character because they fucking die.
George
Do
R.
not
R.
get
Martin has
attached.
taught us
It's
anything.
just like real life.
Yeah.
Death happens.
Yeah. Halfway to Thundertown, that's a little bit harder to pin down because it's evolved so much since its conception. Because when we started, it was just there was 4 of us. Annie wasn't even around back then, and we were getting drunk. And I had like a 20-minute pitch about some weird conspiracy over a 2-hour episode.
Yeah.
And it was just drunken nonsense. But since then, it has turned into more of a true crime, dark history podcast where we cover just really dark parts about history. And even when Annie does her movie references during them, she still attaches some sort of history. She
Or
references what
true
these
story.
movies,
Yeah.
true stories, something like that. So we're more of a dark history podcast.
You also
than
can
anything else at this
hear 7 episodes about Belle Gunness. So that's a 7-part series on Halfway to Thundertown. You can listen to
That
that.
was
give us-
Cayman's idea, by the way.
You're going to give us PTSD, man. That shit is nuts. That was rough.
I have selective amnesia. I don't remember a word from that series.
It's probably for
I
the
think
best.
I think those episodes mentally exhausted us for 6 months afterwards.
We were getting like snippy at each other in the studio at the end there. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it, let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Well, and then I thought we were gonna be done, and then Cayman's like, "Okay, just one more episode." I'm like, "Oh,
It was a
Okay.
series of one more episodes with him. Do all of it.
Which there was a ton of information, but we just, I don't know, should have cut the fat more. So
Yeah.
What can you
I would
do?
also
So-
add to Thundertown that we do get into also kind of paranormal, spooky. You said esoteric. That's kind of good for some of the. I've deep dived into old like late '90s internet oddities. So we do kind of cover all sorts of bullshit. Never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's why it's hard to pin down.
You do
Yeah.
know that you're never going to get the first 10 episodes, though, that were released. So we do know that for sure. Those don't exist anymore on the interwebs.
You're lucky
Mm.
we've only
where
cut
you can
10.
pull up.
If it was up to me, we cut the first like 30,
Yeah.
20 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave
At
it
least
up. Everybody's got to
at least
hear our
everything
bad
that had
shit.
Russ in them.
Oh yeah. Back in the old days. Okay, so here's this is nowhere near the start of the podcast, but here's a question. Halfway to Thundertown generally asks a question of some sort at the beginning. So since Cayman could refuse to be on this episode, we got him to provide us a question along the IT lines, in the similar as a nod to Halfway to Thundertown, because we don't do this on ours normally. Cody, I'll ask Cody to come up with a question. How about that, Cody? That can be your segment. He's
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what I was whispering. So here is the thing that Cayman came up with. Explain the internet to someone who's never heard of or used it in 5 words or less. He does have an
Whoa.
example,
oh,
and
we have to
I've
answer
heard-
it.
yeah, each of you has to answer it. We do have an example. Cayman by proxy gives us an example of 5 words that cannot be repeated, which are
Oh,
cats, porn.
Cats?
Yep, cats, porn, politics, Facebook, chaos.
Can I
So we
can
can't
I
use those once at all.
can I go?
So
I'm
you can
already
say your
ready.
5 words, but they cannot be cats, porn, politics, Facebook, or chaos.
and so then as the people say it, we get it ticked off. We can't say those things, right?
We should go with that. Yes, that
Okay,
should
You
be.
can't repeat? Okay.
I want to go
No
first because I
repeats.
already have something and I don't want my words to be
Okay.
taken.
Oh,
You-
Fuck
Okay.
you, Jay.
I'm
Jay's
going,
going
I'm
first.
going right now. You ready? So the internet in 5 words. Fuck, marry, kill, stalker edition.
Ooh,
What? Fuck.
I knew
Remember
this
the
was gonna
game?
be a naughty.
That's
podcast.
5 words.
Huh.
I like the silence. Let's process this.
That covers a
Fucking-
lot of stuff.
If I could drop my mic, I would, and I would leave this
Just
room.
walk away. Up.
I mean, it's pretty attached there, so I don't. That's not going to be easy to do.
Yeah.
Okay, who else? Who's next?
Do you want to go with me?
you go. I don't know.
Boy.
Is that one
That's
of them?
one word.
Okay.
No, that's not a. No.
Oh, lots of boys on there. Okay.
No. Files, tubes, games. Twitter wasn't one of the ones that I couldn't say. And Trump.
Okay, so
Files,
far we
tubes,
have
games.
cats, porn, politics, Facebook, chaos, fuck, marry, kill, stalker edition, files,
Can I see?
tubes, games, Twitter, Trump.
Okay.
Can it be everything put together? Like, can I make a sentence?
Out of those words.
They sure can.
Well,
be.
no.
If,
Yeah,
like out of
Okay.
your 5 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wastes all of your time.
Nice one. I like that.
That's beautiful.
Okay, Cody. Now you have to come up with yours, and I'm gonna pick a winner. The winner gets nothing.
Oh, I do not like this amount of pressure on
So,
here. This podcast.
Maybe you'll get a
is supposed to
custom
be
magnet if
zero
you win,
pressure.
Cody. Can we steal that from Dr. Game Show?
Ooh, do we actually have custom magnets? Did you buy some?
Have you seen what their custom magnets are?
No, but
Well, I feel like they're hand drawn with a Sharpie on a magnet, so that's super easy to do.
I really hope that you get those for us.
Okay, Cody,
I'll
your
probably
5
put it
words.
on
Quit
the
stalling.
refrigerator. I don't have any. This isn't a podcast about pressure. This is a podcast about acceptance and
now.
preparation.
So
This
is
why
that
I'm not
is
a special
collaboration
guest on
one of
any
your
other
words?
podcast because we talk about this for weeks and we prepare.
So you refuse to participate?
Oh, I can participate. Oh boy, why can't you participate as well?
So
You
just
should not be the
to-
judge. of this.
Just to recap, because I'm the one calling the shots. Just to recap, we're using 5 words to describe the internet to someone who's never heard of or used it. 5 words or less, Cody. Could be 1 word. That's less than 5 words. I didn't make up the rules.
Do you got the music quick pad that do 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 do
I
on
don't
your
have that.
little sample?
That'd be the Jeopardy
Sure
thing.
don't.
The Jeopardy, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I have this song.
My mom's a penguin. My
You
dad's
suck.
a pig. I'm a
Stop
big
starting.
penguin.
No,
My mom.
this isn't supposed to be.
I was gonna go again.
I remember the first time I listened to your podcast and I heard that. I wanted so badly to know the original situation that came out of.
I don't
It's-
even remember. I think Mark pulls certain things and just like combines a bunch of things together
Oh,
and never
stop
said any of this.
No, that was an actual song that you created. There
Okay,
was
I'm
a
gonna say the
there was a
internet.
there was a Yahoo Answers user whose username was Pig Penguin, and then you decided to
Oh.
make a song about it for some unknown reason. No one asked you to do that, but you went for it. So
That was before we introduced alcohol into the podcast too. So
yeah. So Cody, your 5 internet words, 5 or less.
5 words. Okay. Reminder: I've failed at life. That's 5.
That's pretty good.
Okay,
Oh,
you the
feel
listener
personally
will
attacked.
decide. Nobody
No,
interacts
no,
with
no,
us.
that was
So
5, not
except for
us.
Mr. Hanakana, I'll message him later and ask him who wins.
Oh, is he? He's not chatting. I hope he's okay. I don't want him to be on the next episode of
He's dead.
Halfway to Thundertown.
He might
Yeah.
have a life. He could be the stalker. He doesn't have to be the dead person.
Ooh.
You know, I
He
was
could be
thinking
in
with
jail.
Yeah.
with the millions of dollars we make from Halfway to Thundertown, we could fly you guys out and do
Mhm.
like
We
You know.
definitely did talk about that, Cody, didn't we?
Yeah,
not?
I absolutely thought Mark was going to ask me to fly out this weekend with him to visit you.
Yeah, it turns
I
out
was
we
like,
could
"For the
have because
69
Drunken
podcast, I
Arkanauts.
guess I could go.
Drunken Arkanauts got canceled recording, so we definitely could have next time.
Damn it.
Until
Yeah.
Cody realized how far away it was that you
Yeah,
are
I
from
thought it
us.
was like 100 miles. No, it's like a
100
lot.
miles? Try like 1,000 miles.
Okay. To be fair,
we're equally far away from Seattle and Boise, Idaho. So we're in the middle of bumfuck Northwest.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yep.
They don't know what Boise, Idaho is, Chad.
So that's
It's
where the
gas.
Salt
potatoes
Lake
come
City.
from.
I didn't even know where
Potatoes.
Idaho was until last week's podcast.
Yeah,
so-
Whoa, really?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I thought Idaho was like way down
Iowa?
south.
You just figured it was Iowa like everyone else does?
It's all the
Yeah,
same
I
over
guess
there.
so. Like I didn't know Idaho was a state. I thought they just made potatoes.
You thought
This
it was in the
co-
South?
Company.
So this conversation happened to me once. I was down in Florida, and I told someone I was from Idaho, and they're like, "Oh, Iowa," and I was like, "No, Idaho," and they're like, "That's like the state where people still ride mammoths and shit, right?" And I was like,
What?
"Yes."
Yeah,
that's-
yeah, good
yep,
answer.
That's it. That's it. Yep, that state.
Spot on.
That person could use remedial history classes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just like 10 minutes with Jay.
Or,
Essentially the same thing.
Probably even more like 5. Is it hot in here?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to make you listen to Reddit stories that will
Yeah.
have something to do with our theme today, which is really only the number 69. So
Mhm.
that's what
Oh,
we got.
Oh,
Gonna be some dirty stories.
is that why you're hiding in the dark, Cody?
Yeah,
Mark told
Cody's
me
a
I
creep.
had to. He said I couldn't
Oh.
show my face. And then Jay, for some reason, had to post that I look super creepy in the last podcast or in the last episode. Like this.
First off, you were sick and you turned your light off. You did it to yourself.
Apparently so. I feel pretty famous now, though.
Okay, well, user.
So, Mark, I'm
yeah,
going to interrupt you real
sure.
quick. So, as soon as your eyes get as squinty as mine, mine are, I'm just drinking. I'm not high. That means you're high, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, what is their
Are my eyes squinty to you?
They're getting squintier.
They feel
Well,
squinty.
like I said, once they're as squinty as mine,
Oh.
you're definitely high, but I just have squinty eyes, so.
I'm absolutely staring at Mark on the monitor, looking for enough tells that it's kicking in. I'm ready.
Okay, you keep looking. User Zephyrin asks. Nope, he didn't ask anything. He writes the story. All right. He says.
Yeah, answers.
Yep. He says, I'm a developer for a system that's used to collect information from people for audits. When an audit is initiated, they get a letter with an ID number corresponding to a case in the system and a random system-generated password. Password contains a word chosen from a list followed by a random 2-digit number. Last year, one of our customers received a complaint about the password given to her so they could get into the system. The system had been in place for over 4 years at that point, and we never had an issue, but for some reason this user had gotten a password which had been given to dozens of other users over the years, to which she took offense. The password, Blueberry69. I figured, sure, I could understand someone taking offense to the number 69. We added some logic to make sure we would never get the number 69 in our passwords again. However, when we told the customer we did that, they responded and said that the user had also taken offense to the word blueberry in the password. It wasn't just the number 69. She took offense to the word blueberry by itself, and I would assume the combination of the two. We subsequently removed the word blueberry from our list for password generation.
You're telling me this woman needed a safe space for her password?
Yeah.
Wow.
Blueberry.
And blueberry was the culprit.
Very
Maybe-
offensive.
Maybe her mother or something died of an allergic reaction to blueberries.
Maybe.
And then her dad, after her mom died, was 69ing someone and died of an allergic reaction to whatever allergy you might get from 69ing.
I think Cody's dying right now from a blueberry allergic reaction.
He might be
Oh,
too.
he's doing just his hand. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, because for
Cody's
some
screen
reason,
keeps going tiny and then humongous.
it's pretty fun. Yeah, I thought blueberry was a sex position. I guess I'm the
It's
only
gonna
one
do
who
this,
calls
Cody.
it blueberry, though.
You know what
Oh,
I
you
think it
call it
actually is
blueberry?
probably her safe word, and she's like, "How did they know?"
Wow.
Yeah,
That could be it.
blueberry.
Blueberry, blueberry, blueberry.
I have an entirely different theory.
Are
I
you
think
saying
she's just-
blueberry? Blueberry? Like, come on.
Maybe it's both.
Could
I think
be.
she's an insufferable person who just wants to bitch and moan.
That sounds about right.
Story of our lives.
I don't know anyone like that. User Craze 1994. Right.
No ticket. Mhm.
I work for a small server provider doing purely text-based support. Surprisingly, Mondays don't really suck, but this Monday we had an upset customer over something I don't think I've ever seen before. This conversation took place midway through helping the guy. Send this to your management. Stop calling me by first name as it is rude. You do not even know me. I'm sorry you feel that's offensive. What you're actually seeing is our system greeting you on each new reply from us. We're not actually doing that on purpose. I'm seeing XXX. I think that's rude. I'm assuming that's not his name or that it's abbreviated. Our system actually uses the first name on the account when you created it. I want it changed. Unfortunately, sir, the name on the account cannot be changed for security reasons. You would need to make a new account to have this change. Send me to your boss right now. Sure, not a problem. Please do expect a delay in our next response. He was offended by XXX, which he would have had to enter as his first name when he created his account. Is the moral of that story.
I'm gonna just.
Well, I'm offended too, just because it's Vin Diesel. So.
Oh, triple X. It's not only Vin Diesel, okay?
Oh, that's
It moves on.
right. Sorry.
Cody
I'm
has a lot
gonna
of
say the same
information.
answer I said as last time. He's an insufferable piece of shit person.
Agree.
Is this the podcast's topic today? It's just
69?
terrible people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those people were. I'm not going to
So
read
are
the
we.
third one. You can get them in the show notes.
Oh, I was looking forward to a third one.
Hey, Cody, what is the significance of 69? You never answered earlier.
I did too. I think this
Phew.
means you're feeling it.
Oh,
What was your answer earlier?
Does this mean I went that after the 69th podcast, you have to have 5 people on your podcast going forward
Oh, I don't remember that.
Forever.
I do.
forever?
Ooh.
I don't.
Well,
Oh, I really hope
So,
Mark's feeling it.
that's fine,
Like
Nolan.
every part of me hopes. But the fact
What
that
do you
he's
mean?
smiling, he never smiles this much during our normal podcast.
That's because you're not funny.
That's
Oh.
valid. No,
Oh.
I'm not trying to be. I think that's a completely valid response.
Okay.
I have a quick thing on
Sure.
the definition of like the meaning of 69. I remember being in like 7th or 8th grade math, and people being like, "Yeah, man, yeah, that's 69," and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what that." They're like, I don't know what that means either, but it's funny because it's like a sex thing, and I'm like, okay, yeah, why does it mean that? And they're like, it's something like where they're both, different, and I don't know. Just remember stupid teenagers being like, yeah, man, that is funny as shit.
God
knew it
damn it,
was
that reminds
something,
me.
but-
I used to run as a general manager a restaurant years and years ago, and the owners would stop by every once in a while, and I had this stoner ass assistant that he was good at his job, but he was just dumb and
Did he
high
look
all
like
the time.
Mark right now?
And
Good one,
so
Annie.
we had like
Not
passwords
yet,
you had to
not
put in to do certain things, and the owners would show up and they actually would help out with stuff. And so it needed a password to do something, and the female owner was like the main owner's wife was like, "Hey, what's your password?" And he pauses and he goes 6, and she's like, "Okay," and then he goes 9, and she's like, "Okay," and that was his password.
No one would ever guess that though, so I'm with them. I get it.
You can at least spell the
Normally, like, a
words out.
minimum-
69.
Isn't there usually a minimum character limit for password? Like just 2 numbers.
No, you could do. I only had a 1-number password because it was quicker, and I would always be busy, so I would just do like, boom, one number login, 1-number password.
Good thing you weren't the target of an international hacking cartel.
Why
Good
would I
lord.
be, man? I live.
That's what I'm
there's-
saying. Yeah.
Where do you think we live? You think that we live anywhere
know.
where passwords matter?
I'm just saying, when you are the target of an international hacking cartel, you better step up your fucking crypto shit.
Oh, they could fucking
You're gonna
bring it
use-
on.
Yeah, just make it 69. Double
Oh,
the password.
nice.
They'll never see it coming. My
No.
Here's
login will
what
be
you do.
420. But
Oh.
password is
69.
9.
You do 69 times. They would never think of that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'd be a
I
big
don't know if
old
that
bang.
works
Sorry,
out, though. The
fucking
last one
another
would be
level,
6.
Chad.
Because that's an odd number.
Breaking news.
News.
Cody loves to say that. So now I'm going to make you guess against each other what year this happened. iTunes Music Store launched. I did not read this title. It also says record execs wet themselves. On April 28th of this year, Apple launches iTunes Music Store. The store sells music for 99 cents a song for use with the Apple iPod and iTunes software. It's not the first service to sell digital music, but it will become the first to gain widespread popularity. The service will be an instant success, selling over 1 million songs in its first week and going on to change the music industry forever. The iTunes Music Store is now the #1 music retailer in the United States, surpassing Walmart in 2008. What year did the iTunes Music Store launch? I don't care who goes first, but it's closest
2002.
without going over.
You said 2002?
1998.
Gosh darn it.
A's wrong. I know that much. I'm gonna do Price is Right rules, and I'm gonna say 2001.
1969.
Wow. Wow.
The correct answer is 2003. So Annie gets the point.
Shit.
I knew it was in the
Oh.
2000s, so I was trying to get low because I wasn't sure what year, and I knew it was going to be tight.
In case it was early.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Well, I
That was
got
a
one
weird
score
one.
point so far.
You won. I know.
Yeah, but we're gonna count up points.
Well,
for that.
okay. Do you know
Oh,
why?
are we gonna keep going?
You know why
Don't.
Annie
No,
won?
Yeah, I
shut
just
up.
have one more.
It's because she's an Apple fanatic, so that's the only reason she won.
I'm just an Apple user.
Basically, she-
Ooh.
Mark is too.
I switched to iPhone, so I sort of am. What
That's
year
right.
was the commercial computer mouse introduced? April 27th of this year, Xerox introduces the Xerox 8010 Star Information System, the first commercial system utilizing a computer mouse, among other now commonplace technologies. The 8010 was geared towards business and was not a commercial success. Therefore, the mouse remained in relative obscurity until the Apple Lisa, but more prominently, the Apple Macintosh brought the mouse into the mainstream. What year was the commercial computer mouse introduced?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
That's that gray angular mouse with the single big darker gray button in the middle. Is that right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do
He
not.
can't answer that. Oh.
Okay. Well,
I know which mouse you're talking about, but I don't know if that was the first one ever
Yeah.
made. I'm not a mouseologist.
You should be.
obviously not, because you know how that word works.
Closest without going over. What year was the first commercial computer mouse?
I'm gonna say 1989.
I'm gonna say
Nin-
1969 because one of these has to be
Oh.
69.
I'm gonna be
Oh my God.
1978.
Cody, you're thinking on another level.
No shit,
Yep,
that's a
try
dumb
it.
answer. Nope, it's not. Definitely not.
69 episode. I'm gonna say 72.
The correct
Already
answer
know I'm wrong.
is 1981.
Oh wow.
So is that
Okay.
double, Annie?
Mark, thank you a lot.
89. Who said 70? What was
I,
the 70?
I was right.
So-
I was
81.
right then. I was the
81.
closest without going over,
Then Jay gets a point. 1-1.
and I didn't even think I was right.
Man, fuck both of you.
Okay. Cody has something that he wants to read now.
No, is it commercial time?
Yeah, let's take a break. And when we say we take a break, you guys can leave if you want. I don't know what you do during Halfway to Thundertown when no one is on the screen for a long time.
Yeah,
We smoke crack.
It's mostly half or more of us smoking a cigarette and bullshitting. So.
Well, Cody has something to read, don't you, Cody?
Okay, yeah. Mark drafted up this commercial for me.
Oh,
And,
thanks for the rating
last time
credit.
we tried to have me read something, it took about 4.5 hours. So,
You're still
Boy.
a better reader than Cayman and Annie, so it's okay.
I do suck at reading
yeah,
Or
no, I
right.
don't know.
or spelling or anything.
Pronunciation.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, so we got episode 69. And I don't know what kind of tone you want to this, Mark, like sad or happy or anything. So I'm just gonna go with
Sad.
the flow. Like, no, I was gonna do
Yeah,
sad. But
so this
now
is
we
like a
want-
You
fake
need a-
ad.
You need a fucking Activision to just read this script.
For some reason, Mark didn't want to read this. He wants me to do some work in this
I
podcast.
want you to do
It's-
anything on the
Yeah, no,
podcast.
absolutely anything other than just sitting here in a chair. Help Desk Nightmares is brought to you by crayons. Have you seen these babies? Oh man, you've heard of the standards, right? Your blues, your greens, your browns. Try this on for size. You're heavily invested in your favorite adult coloring literature with the teensy weensy flower petals and the individual hairs on a lion's face to color in. Whew, I ran out of breath there, Mark. You should have made that sentence shorter.
You know you
Oh, I
can't
love
read
this.
before a comma,
I
right?
fucking love this.
Yeah, no, there was a comment in there, but I ignored it. I figured I'd just go all out. And you're looking for just the right color for that lion's grisly maw. He's got those little gazelle guts between his chompers, and you need the right
Oh.
color to complete this puzzle. What are you supposed to use? Dark red. Does dark red adequately portray the circle of life? Does dark red express the majestic king of the jungle's reign over the plains? Does dark red embody this beast's struggle to provide for his family the only way he knows how? Mowing down unsuspecting glorious creatures throughout the savannah? Come on, Erica. Why Erica? Where did Erica come in? Like, you should have put some, like, anyone
Becky,
else's name.
Karen.
Mark's an expert of coming up with random names though, on the spot.
Yeah.
This is why
He
this
really
is
is.
so long, Cody.
See, Mark knows my whole life, and I actually have an ex named Erica, and she was a bitch, so he's right on.
Hey, come on, Erica. You can do better than dark red. This isn't some second grade book it contest where all you do is read 2 books to beat out Jessica and Ashley for that sweet first prize gold star and your own free personal pan pizza at the Hut of Pizza. Are we announcing that we are officially sponsored by Pizza Hut? Because if so,
That just made me hungry, so I was
It
like,
doesn't
yeah.
say Pizza
this
Hut. We can't use that
I thought
phrase.
this is-
oh yeah, so it says the Hut of Pizzas because copyright, whatever. No, you know what you have to do. You have to go for the gold. You have to leave it all on the field. You have to form that flying V to win it all.
God damn it.
That
Quack,
means you have to drink.
quack,
God
Quack,
damn
quack,
it.
quack,
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 Quack.
quack.
quack,
Quack.
quack. Holy moly,
Quack.
Mark called this. Why are you doing? Okay.
Quack.
Yeah, so he put no, like the Mighty Ducks chant. Hopefully the Thundertown folks will join in on this. So thanks for joining in on that. So you reach your adult-sized hand into that 152 count crayon box, and you pull out that only crayon you can. The only one that will
It's taking
do.
so long.
The only one that will make onlookers proud, amazed, intimidated, scared of the beauty and the horror and the realness. You reach for Razzmatazz. You do it. Your masterpiece is complete. Will it grace the halls of the Louvre?
I wasn't
Mark,
sure.
you want reassurance.
I
There's
wasn't
an
sure if
R
you
in
would know
there.
how
I
to
don't
pronounce that.
I was gonna say
I
Louvre.
hate you.
Are you making fun of how Jay didn't pronounce Louvre correctly?
I was
after
drunk.
corrected him
Leave me
twice?
alone.
That's
I was
fine.
drunk.
I only told you twice. And, yeah.
I was
Okay, well,
drunk. It's
pronounce-
not my fault.
That's my
Mark,
yep.
can you imagine how much I was internally cringing at the entire?
I can imagine.
There's nothing you can do when you're drunk. You fuck up, okay?
Oh, I know.
You drink way
I know.
too much during that podcast.
Okay, will it grace the halls of the Louvre? Maybe. Will
The
it earn you
Louvre.
a
It's the
Nobel-
Louvre.
Will it earn you a Nobel Prize? Probably. But it's all only possible because of the crayon. and you shed a single tear as your life's work is complete. Crayon, sponsor of this week's Help Desk Nightmares. I really hope Mark actually like got a sponsorship and this was worth it.
No,
He did.
Crayon's
as opposed
not
to
a
me
brand.
Okay.
You're
Crayon's just a
right.
thing
Crayon
that
isn't
exists.
a brand. Crayola, right? So you
Crayola
said,
is
Yeah.
the brand.
I love that you hit the adult coloring books. My sisters love that shit. God, they go nuts over it. That was great.
The
I like that a
adults?
lot.
Even though
There's the adult coloring books, and then there's the adult coloring books.
Adult
Ooh.
coloring.
Yay. Just
Two
a
adults.
bunch of 69s you got to fill in.
Bunch of big old boobs and dicks everywhere. What color is that dick? I don't know.
kinky.
Razzmatazz.
Razzmatazz. What else do I got here? Oh, let's do. Oh, Yahoo Answers.
Oh boy.
So this is where Yahoo Answers users have posted stupid things. I go through and find them and then mock them. And Cody
Mark
usually
thinks
tries
they're
to say,
stupid.
Cody tries to say, to be fair, and then apologize for the person. So
yeah, because
user,
Mark thinks they're all dumb, and I think they're just sincerely looking for an answer.
okay,
Also, real quick, Cody, because I've heard you read stuff in the past, how long did you rehearse that before we started?
You know what? I took half the day at work, and I said, I'm going to take PTO for this, and I just knocked it out. Okay, and I still
that's a
screwed
good
up.
use.
I'm really glad that Mark left before I had an opportunity to ask if it's pronounced Louvre or Lavore.
It's
So,
Louvre.
okay.
If you
It's
pronounce it
definitely
Lavore, you
Louvre.
pronounce it like I pronounced it for 3/4 of an episode when I was drunk until Chad corrected me for the 8th time.
Well, Cody, I think you did a great job. You did way better than I ever would have. So,
Yeah, no,
You did.
it's
or Cayman.
Or Cayman.
It was
Yeah.
even worse.
Also,
mm.
fuck Cayman. User Yahoo
Fact.
Answers.
I have.
Yahoo Answers user Josh asks, online shopping or normal shopping?
Joshua, can I have more details, please?
Nope,
No,
that's
no,
all.
that's enough. Online. Don't talk to people. People suck. Fuck that. Don't go into a store. Shop
but you
online. You
go
don't have
to
to
me-
talk to shit.
Like they all have self checkouts now, so I'm okay with it. Like sometimes I like to hand the product a little bit. You know,
They
Just
still
the
ask you how your
grocery
day
store.
is.
I like to
When you
grope
go
the
out-
product.
You go out, you're walking down an alley, like, how are you? And you're like, don't talk to me.
That's fair. And I mean, I don't know what grocery store you have in Potato Land, but we have Kroger, and they don't really talk to us. They're just like, get your ish and get out of here. Try
Well,
not
it's
to
not-
steal anything. There's
yeah,
cameras
Cody-
everywhere, and there's these big signs that say you're being monitored.
Cody doesn't like to swear. He uses Christian swear words.
Oh, that's
Christian, I use the best swear words. Okay.
Okay. Good one. All right. User.
I have-
oh, sure.
One quick thought. The only time that retail shopping, like in a store, is better than online is if you pay attention to the corporate erosion that's happening. So like Shopko, Sears, all of these like old major brands that are going out of business, that's the time to go into a brick and mortar. Go in there and get 40 to 80% off whatever bullshit you want. Booyah. Amazon doesn't have those kind of sales. Amazon never goes out of business.
Is
Yeah.
Harvest the corporations for the fucking little pieces of meat left on their bones.
I like
Is
All of
it.
that shit
Shopko
put
a
us in
real
a warehouse.
place?
Shopko is real here. It's going out of business
Oh,
nationally.
okay. I definitely thought that was like a store on Rugrats or something, and you just wing it.
Rugrats.
And in our town as well, unfortunately.
Okay.
User
Yeah.
Yahoo Answers user Limon asks,
Is it lemon and you're pronouncing
Nope.
it lemon?
Limon. Lyman could be Lyman.
Lyman. It is surely Lyman.
Is it lemony?
Nope.
Lemon.
No.
It is.
Like lemon.
Wow, he just shut
I'm gonna
you
go
down.
with Limon. Asks,
Oh.
what is computer?
Mark, share more details. There's got to be
That's
more.
not. That's all. If there's additional details, I'll say additional details and then tell them to you.
So, are you just reading questions that only have 6 words in it or 9 words in it?
Those first ones only had a few.
Okay.
What is computer?
What is computer?
You are computer.
Who was
I is
phone?
computer.
I
User-
do not
oh,
compute.
I've asked that before a couple of times, really drunk,
what is
on my
computer?
bed, trying to stand up. Just what even is computer?
I've got a what you might call a proper answer.
Sure. Are you reading Google right now?
A computer is a machine or device that performs processes, calculations, and operations based on instructions provided by a software or hardware program.
Holy moly! Did that just come out of his head? Like he was
No.
not looking
Off
down
the
at
cuff.
the phone or anything. Like the podcast people, they can't tell he was looking down, but I think
You could ask Jay and Annie. My memory, my brain's like a steel trap. I'd never forget a thing.
His Google app's like a steel trap. It has an algorithm that searches things really quickly.
I would say based off that, actually got nothing. Computers, whatever you want it to be. My shoe's a computer.
Oh,
It computes the laces and the deep interaction therein. Yeah.
Way to break down root words while also being incoherent, Chad. Really appreciate it.
That's what I'm best at.
yeah, you got to carry from each podcast to the next. User Kenan asks, can you use Ethernet and Wi-Fi at the same time?
Oh.
this is a legit question. Mark's like, these people are so dumb.
No, I'm looking at
No.
you, Cody. Anytime I'm looking, it's to be what's your answer?
there's 4 people on your screen right now, so
I think
Well,
I think- we might have a squinty eye alert.
we might.
oh man,
Oh,
he's trying to hide it now. He's like, I'm gonna open them a little bit more.
No,
I
I'm
can
not
tell
opening
you
them
now.
more.
I'm gonna.
I
Can I
don't need
make
my eyes
official
open wide.
notes? Mark, you're starting to feel it happening. Like it's creeping up.
It's legal in Michigan. We can say eat the weed gummy.
Right.
it's okay.
So the
We
I didn't know
totally
that.
would
It's legal?
participate right now, but we ate it all last night. So
Did you guys fully legalize recreational?
We did.
Yeah.
What?
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Well, anyway, I think it's hitting you. That's my
Oh
guess.
yeah, it is. No one knows if you can use Ethernet and Wi-Fi, Cody.
You actually can, believe it or not. You can send Ethernet and Wi-Fi down, like your data, your upward and downward paths down different things, and you can specifically dedicate certain network traffic to a different network type. So you can. It's not worth your time. The fact that you're on Yahoo Answers means you don't know anything, or you know stuff, but you don't need to know about having 2 networks running at the same time. Sorry, I try to be real with it, and
You try to.
Mark's
that-
always like, come up with a dumb answer, Cody. And I'm like, I'm going to try to be helpful to these people. And he never types back to them.
I don't know if it counts, but I remember back in like 2009-10, I sold cell phones for Sprint, and so we'd always be fucking around, like having a Wiimote with an emulator on your phone, doing fun little Bluetooth whatever interactions. At the time, that was when tethering first was a thing. And so I don't know if you
Yeah.
would count the tether of a USB as Ethernet, but I mean, you could hardwire, pull data from the cellular network. None of that is exciting now, but at the time, it was crazy to be like, I can take my phone, plug it into a computer, and it gets the internet from the fucking air? Are we Blade Runner? What's happening? That shit was, so I don't know if that's quite a perfect answer.
It applies. It's applicable.
Yeah, I think that is perfect.
Yahoo Answers user Kali Rodrez. I was going to read Rodriguez, but that's not there. Kali Rodrez asks, can I harm my computer if I take out the RAM while it's shut down but still plugged in?
You're such a pain, Mark. You know we've answered this a few
No,
times
we have not.
already.
Somebody left their
The
computer
answer
on.
is yes. You can do whatever you want if your spirit believes it. You know, if you want to pull things out of your computer while it's on, I say go for it. I say have at it. You know,
Yep, you
don't
just
let
have to believe.
don't let the fucking government tell you what you should and shouldn't do, or some assholes on a podcast. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Spot on.
unless you're in.
all I can think about
dry
is
climate.
the IT episode where they're like, RAM is memory or whatever. But never mind.
on the IT crowd.
That's about as far as my IT experience goes.
That's a
Watching
good
a
show.
parody. Sure.
Yeah.
So of course the answer is don't be stupid. You gotta unplug stuff. Also, if you think that you can, like, she had additional details. I was mad because I wanted more RAM, but it wouldn't work, so I shut down the computer and shoved the RAM out and left it plugged in. The RAM looks burnt now.
It looks
If you
burnt.
ever have a computer part where you've made an impulse decision to do something with it, and the outcome of it is that it looks burnt, probably take note to not do that again.
Yeah, there shouldn't
Is
be
that safe
fire
advice?
in your computer.
Also, I don't. Maybe she did it on her phone. I
What?
don't. Like, can you do Yahoo Answers from your phone? Because if she
Oh,
burnt
yeah.
out the RAM, how is she writing? Did she go to somebody's house to write this Yahoo Answers question?
She went to a public library where
She might have
you
been
can
at
easily
work.
access computers. Yeah,
that could
that
be.
work.
They should block that
I'd
site.
like to think like 2 hours later there was an edit, and she's like, "I did it to my friend's computer who I used to post this message, and now her computer's not working. Please help."
I don't want to have to buy her a new computer, please.
Please.
Why is my
User
RAM-
Kylan. Nope, we're gonna skip that one. No, this one's dumb. Here's a fun one that halfway to Thundertown should know the answer to. User German asks in the category Other Computers, how do you summon a demon?
I should
Oh.
probably answer that.
Oh, that's easy.
Goat's blood.
Oh, good. That's decent.
I mean, who's ever blood? It doesn't really matter. Blood's just a.
Virgin blood.
Virgin goat blood.
Oh,
Don't fuck the goat.
oh a
That's
little baby
The
kid.
tricky part is you don't fuck the goat before the ceremony, so so you keep it a virgin.
So
yeah.
it's safe.
Yeah. It takes self-restraint though.
Gotcha.
I think that anytime you have a
Jay's just gonna skin it.
based question, you have to start with, if you don't know the answer, don't be asking, because that's how you end up the sacrifice itself. You know what I mean? So you don't start there. What you start with is you go downtown, hang out in weird alleyways until you find the right people underneath a weird stairwell with red lights and shit. And once you
So
get
funny.
there, then you can start asking questions once you've sacrificed a couple people yourself. Because if you're just down there asking these questions, you're probably not in a great position to find out the answer, or at least remember the answer, because you're dead.
This almost sounds like personal experience, Jay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
My answer would be by using the Electoral College and the United States of America's voting system. Once Trump is in office, you were successful in summoning your demon.
Fair. Very fair. Cody, do you have an answer on how to summon a demon?
I figure you just ask for him. I feel like demons don't get mentioned anymore.
Excuse
They're
me,
like,
sir.
like,
Is
listen,
Baphomet
if
home?
anyone asks for me to come out here, I'm gonna go. Like, you don't even need to summon some virgin goat blood or anything like that. You don't need to get it ready. Just ask, like, hey, demon boy, come and visit me in bed tonight.
Oh.
Oh.
No,
that thing.
they've got really big
Okay.
egos, man. You just can't be going around asking for them. They
Or you
need.
have to have a worthwhile offering. You text Baphomet and you say, "Hey, can you come hang out real quick? I've got a few street tacos, a 6-pack of IPA, and a joint." And then he's like, "Yeah, that sounds like a good Thursday."
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
he'll show up for that, but he won't just show up for anything. There's got to be something he's getting out of it. Again, they got really big egos, so
So it's
Yeah.
a lot of it's
they
about
need to feel needed. You know?
maybe that's
Just like
why it
every-
hasn't, yeah, it hasn't worked for me, because I just keep texting all of them and asking them if they want to Netflix and chill, and they're like, no.
Yeah,
That's a little rude.
yeah. You got to give if you want to take.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna give.
Although you should show them your you look so spooky right now, Cody. It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's nighttime and wherever we are.
You don't want to turn your light on? You don't? Oh, you do. You have electricity.
Oh, if I
You're on
turn
a
the light
computer.
on, then you won't be able to see Halfway Network.
Oh,
It
that's
will
For anyone
disappear.
watching, you can tell the distance between us by the cameras,
yeah.
because since there's sun behind me.
Oh.
There's a lot of sun there.
That's pretty dark here. Okay, I have two more. Yahoo Answers user Anonymous asks. Anonymous can be Chelsea. How long does an iPad last?
That's a serious question. Again, I don't know why you keep shaming these people.
Depends, I guess. Really.
Yeah. Ours
Have you
lasts
been
like
covering it in goat blood? Have you been treating it nice? Do you gotta, it really just depends.
yeah, how much porn are you watching on it?
Yeah.
I
How
do-
many bad games do you all those app games that you get? How many of those are loaded on there? Because that makes.
I
Difference.
do wonder if she means like what is, or they. Well, you said Chelsea. What she means for the lifetime of the hardware, Or if she means like, how long does the battery last before I got to recharge it?
That could be.
The
That
real-
may not.
Cody,
Maybe not.
Again,
I love Mark.
feel
I
like
just
the
noticed
same
Cody
answers. Same
turned his light on.
answers.
I've had mine for like 10 years, and it's still going strong. Kind of is slow now,
Yeah.
but
It's like 5 operating system versions behind, but
yeah.
who needs it? Okay, Yahoo Answers. User Melissa asks.
Is it spelled Melissa?
Yep, it's also in the category Other Computers. Asks, did Steve Jobs really make the Apple?
Did.
Not the fruit. No,
He's up in a tree and it made an apple.
I think that was George Washington that created the fruit.
No, I think that was
right.
I think that was Isaac Newton who made the apple.
Was it Isaac Newton? I can never remember.
It
There's-
fell on his head. I don't know.
Mm.
Oh,
That could be.
which
I
someone
feel like Jay's better
like-
at history than anyone
That was
here.
not
so-
Johnny Appletree.
Shit, I don't know.
Oh,
Who the fuck made
shit.
the apple?
Johnny Appletree.
Wow.
It was named after him, so.
So the
I
short
get-
answer is no. Steve Jobs did not make the apple, apparently.
Yeah,
Is
but he
there a
might
Johnny
be a
Apple?
descendant.
Is there a Johnny
Did
Apple
Steve Jobs
tree?
make turtleneck?
What?
No, funny.
No, the turtleneck?
Yeah, like the black turtleneck that
No, I
Jay
know.
wears.
Yeah,
Don't
oh,
talk
oh.
shit about turtlenecks. I will
That's
fucking
right,
drive
that's
over
right.
there and fight you right now.
Ooh.
It's a
We'll
power
stay on
outfit.
long enough for it.
You guys ever heard of swatting?
No.
Oh yeah. You ever heard of going to prison?
Are we talking about swaffling right now, or
Swatting.
okay?
Yeah, you don't know what swatting is, Cody? You look confused.
No, we have swaffling. In
Swatting is on. So people will call the SWAT teams on Twitch streamers, and so they can watch them get arrested live or shot live. It's really not. It's really dark. It's not great.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's all the Yahoo Answers questions that I have.
Oh,
I liked him.
And that's that.
they were
Very
great.
nice.
What can you do? I wish I had another game so that we didn't end the episode with a tie, but what can you do?
Ooh.
Well, I'm better than Jay, so
That's a lie.
And everyone's better than me.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Wait, my screen even shrinks when it gets dissatisfied.
Oh.
It's just like, here, I'm gonna go little for you.
We could come up with a quick game for a tiebreaker between Annie and Jay.
Okay. What do you want it to be?
Yeah.
Maybe either of you guess when Cayman will actually be on Help Desk Nightmares, and it's kind of like a long-term bet, and we'll find out who wins.
Eventually, we'll
whenever it
find
happens.
out. Yeah.
When do you guys think Cayman will be on here?
Month and year.
Do you want my real guess?
Yeah.
Never.
I was gonna say that too, but I'm gonna say maybe October.
By October.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's like however many months? 6, 4,
5 now?
5? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Now,
Okay.
will it count if we go there? Like, if
Yeah.
we go to Idaho and we do podcast with him.
Yes.
Technically, you'll be going to Washington to do our podcast, not Idaho.
Right.
Oh
Good
my
enough.
God.
We can take you to
But
Idaho.
only if Cayman is actually on the show with you guys.
True. Cody could, he could be in Idaho and they could just Skype to be on the show like we're doing. That would work out.
That's true.
This is true. I'll take a train.
Yeah,
So
good luck.
Cayman's-
Take like
Cayman-
80 hours.
If Cayman's on the show after October, neither of them. No, Hayden Jay wins. If he's on the show before October, he
What
wins.
if he's on December though?
Then Jay wins. Oh no, he said never. So neither
Cayman's
of you
never.
win.
Cayman's never coming on the show. Are you guys fucking
Probably.
kidding me? Like I've known Cayman so long, it's never happening.
You never know. Okay, so now
I
is
do.
the time on Halfway to Thundertown where they ask, what do you fuck with? So I'm going to ask you guys, what do you fuck with this week? We usually say a different thing, but what do you fuck with? Cody, do you know what that means?
No.
You'll get it from when the other people respond.
It's basically our plug segment. Things that
That you like.
Oh.
You recommend.
Mine's the same every single week, though.
NPR podcasts.
NPR and
All right,
Drunken
which
Argonauts.
ones?
you. Heck yeah! I'm so glad you guys like our dumb D&D show. It really does make me happy.
I truly wish it came out more. Like, my Thursdays are are gorgeous because of it at work. Like I
They're
can
gorgeous.
process hundreds of invoices.
It might sometimes come out more. We'll see.
But not in the
I'm
near
gonna
future
leave-
because we just
I'm
had
gonna
to
leave.
not-
I'm gonna leave that vague, but it might start coming out quicker sometimes.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
I'm gonna get so much work done at work.
Jay, what do you fuck with?
Oh, I don't really like anything ever, but I do like the Halfway Network. So check out all the shows we have at Halfway Network. Cam.
Oh yeah, Cody's still he's still working on his Chubby People Eating Cheese podcast. So.
I definitely thought you were gonna ask me earlier to describe that podcast when you're like, I'm gonna have a secret question for you, Cody. I'm like, not again. 3 episodes in a row is enough.
Just so you know, Cody, for any new podcast, there's a 4-step interview process you'll have to pass in order to get your podcast here. So just keep that in mind.
So good luck.
We have a very similar financial structure to Scientology, so it's an increasing levels of financial investment as well.
Yep.
Direct
Makes
to
sense.
me.
What if I pay you more than Audible?
That
Audible
wouldn't be
doesn't
hard.
pay us, so yeah.
Yeah, I can get it. I am the new sponsor of Halfway Network.
If you give us $3 a month, you'll be our top sponsor.
Cody, did you say what? You just said
Or
an
you.
NPR
You
podcast.
just-
Oh. I don't have anything new.
Oh. Okay, Annie, what do
Sorry.
you fuck with?
I don't fuck with the
Oh,
trailer for Sega or
Oh, Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ugh.
I watched
I feel like kids would really like it, but that's about it.
It was probably directed towards them, man. They just something to do with that having to be with Sonic, you know.
Well, you know who asked me about it first? Kanan.
Who? Oh, well, yeah, I should guess that.
Well, shit, I keep bringing this up, but on AMC June 2nd is gonna be. Nope, never mind.
Never mind.
No,
Just,
I just said it. I forgot I just said it on
oh,
our time.
oh, oh.
I don't have anything. I like my cat.
Oh yeah, we saw him
I
not on
fuck
the
with-
stream.
I fuck with Halfway Network, Drunken Arcanauts, You Mean Bad Foes Forever. I fuck with punk rock music. I fuck with staying up late and waking up early at the same time. I fuck with. There's a show on Netflix called Love, Death, and Robots. It's like 20 little mini eps between 5 and like a half an hour minutes long. It's really interesting. The whole premise is different artists create these little snippets of tiny little shows. Little single episodes that are all unrelated, but they all have to do with either love, death, or robots. And it's extremely good animation and storyline and everything. So check out Love, Death, and Robots. I also fuck with,
You mean Bad Photos Forever?
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, really?
Sure.
No.
Thank you for basically explaining everything I fucked with when it came to the Halfway Network chat. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That's all
Squinty
everyone fucks with.
eyes.
Squinty
Oh,
eyes.
yeah.
I fuck with Mark eating edibles.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good. We'll see if how long it takes me to edit this podcast. If I call into work tomorrow, Cody, then you'll know.
Oh, you better not. Don't you dare.
I think right now you just should. I think you should call in right now.
Don't do it.
Right now.
If I
Weed-
see a
weed
sick
hangovers.
email, I'm sending a sick email myself.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Vindictive sick email. Hangovers from eating too many edibles is absolutely a thing.
The doggy.
Been there, done that.
Oh, Gypsy. Cody's dog is
I
on
know,
the
he's
stream.
so cute. Look at him wink.
Okay, well, the special 69th episode, 69 of Help Desk Nightmares. Thank you, Halfway to Thundertown and Drunken Arcanauts and Yumi Bad Photos Forever representatives from the Halfway Network
Yeah. Thanks for having
thank you
us.
for not coming out, but being here.
for coming out.
You know how
And
expensive it would be just to come out there?
I'm just gonna surprise you. You know he's gonna come out and he's just gonna show up.
I'm
at
just
your
going to
door.
show up. No, that's not.
Hey.
Have you met me, Cody?
Do it, Mark.
No, that's not possible.
I'm gonna find the equal, like the mid distance between both of us, the halfway point between this side of Washington and
Thundertown.
Detroit.
It's called Minnesota, and we don't want to go there.
Cody, is your dog
probably
a corgi?
It is.
We're all gonna record in Minneapolis, and it's gonna be your fault, Chad.
Oh man,
What's wrong with Minneapolis?
it's
The
too
fact that
small.
everyone-
It's mini.
The
that
fact
like
that everyone
just-
pronounces it Minneapolis is the problem with it. And let's not go there.
It's just itsy bitsy. It's a Minneapolis.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to drag the outro over here, so I don't have to hear Cody say that.
I have to go
ever
pee
again.
so bad, Mark. Can we end this?
Yeah.
We don't usually last this long.
You've been listening
what
to
she
Help
said.
Desk Nightmares on the Halfway Network.
Gotta get
If
that
you
in.
like the show,
That will
for
be
others
in
like
there.
it, check out halfwaynetwork.com. Leave us a review on iTunes so
This
other
is
people
usually
can
where we
find the
say
show.
goodbye.
Follow us on
No, it's
Instagram
not.
at Help
This is
Desk
where Cody
Nightmares.
tries to export his
But
For
audio.
show
He has
notes and
to.
links, visit
I want to hear
helpdesknightmares.com.
you, Cody.
Goodbye, everyone.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Everyone.
Goodbye.
have a
Goodbye.
wonderful
Annie, wait, Annie.
Annie.
I have a folder we drag everything Help Desk Nightmares related into. That's where you need to put your recording file into.
Okay.
Can you find it? It's even called the HDN. I can't make it simpler than that.
Yeah.
Hit him. Can you hit him?
Chad's looking at me
I
like,
can't.
like, fuck you, man.
Like in the you have a folder in a computer.
Yes.
How
It's
does that?
it's in the it's in the cloud. It's in the cloud.
In the clouds
What
somewhere.
the fuck is a folder in a cloud?
Come here.
Well, it's when it's you live in
Have you
a
looked
certain
outside?
humidity.
There's a lot of clouds out right now.
Mark, thank you for the callback.
The cloud.
I was really proud of that.
Cody, did you listen to that episode that you were not on? Because that's your thing. You like to only listen to the episodes you're not on. Oh, he went away. I guess we'll see his picture though.
Yeah, just stop sharing
We
him.
also have
Just,
to go to the bathroom. So
there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
say goodbye, Mark, and
Goodbye.
fuck you, Jay.
Oh, wow.
It was a pleasure as always, Mark. See you later.
You guys are so nice.
Oh. Hey, my phone's almost.
Are we
but
done?
Andy, there's a folder called HDN in the Halfway to Thundertown Drive. Just drag your rendered file into that.
Okay.
Or
I will
upload it
save
or
it.
whatever.
Okay.
Yes, save it, then upload it.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.